So more composting, but this time chickens. So we because we grow a lot of food and we always cook at home. We use heaps of veggies and we create a lot of food waste, or food kitchen scraps in the kitchen. So anything that the chooks can eat, we give them. And we also, every time I'm pruning, weeding in the garden, anything that's not either weedy or too big will go in the chook shed, and they'll eat it, scratch it around and process it. So that's for small, like veggie prunings. If I'm pulling up something at the end of the season, that'll all go in there. Even if it's a whole broccoli plant, it'll just go in there, roots and all. Anything that's too big will go in the compost bays. And just for fun, I'll explain this chook shed. So we've had chooks for 15 years, and honestly, we have always looked after them well, but they kept getting eaten by foxes. So occasionally it would be because we'd let them out at night by mistake. But it got to a point where the foxes were coming by in the day when we'd let them out of their pen, and the foxes were just nabbing them in the middle of the day. And at that point we were just like, oh, this is ridiculous. It's not fair on the chooks, it's not fair on us, it's just not a good situation. So we decided to build them a completely fox-proof chook shed. So this chook shed is made with, it's got thick wire on all sides of it, including the floor. We dug down into the ground about 1/2 foot deep and laid the same thickness wire all across the ground. But I'll show you a close-up in a moment of where a fox still got in. So I was talking about the fox. I put my hand there so you can see how it compares in size. But this wire was just bent a little bit to the sides, and we thought, oh, that's pretty safe. No fox is going to get in there. But one did, and it killed all of the chickens. There were 4 chickens in here. Couldn't get them out through that hole because they were too big. So it must have been a small fox. So we just had chickens with no heads left in here, and there were feathers around that hole. So we knew what had happened. And this is the fancy artwork that Sean did, my partner, to close up that hole. So no more foxy loxy. But we learned our lesson with that they really can get in to the smallest places.